Back to Beer Dogs, I'm Kale and this is Scott, and I got one big question. Are you ready to dare? Are you ready to risk? Are you ready to dream? Because
ready.
we have the Rogue Yellow IPA.
Yellow Snow IPA.
Oh yes, I pronounced it wrong.
Not only should you not eat yellow snow, you shouldn't drink yellow snow either. So I'm kind of scared.
Let me start pouring this. I think we should have a quick conversation as I'm pouring this.
Okay.
We actually, we've joked for a long time that we don't know what glasses to use.
We don't.
For this beer, we're trying to, because the IBU and the alcohol content were on it, we went to the web, but we found ratebeer.com.
Ratebeer.com.
Which will be in the comments, and I'm sure we'll use it a lot more. It had two suggestions for glasses. One of them was the tulip glass, which we just used for the vanilla stout that we had, which we didn't like. Go back and look at it. You'll really enjoy it if you like urinal mints. So what we have here is, besides the tulip glass, it said a shaker as well, which is basically your traditional pint glass. Scott's showing us the beer label here.
Bronco Billy, giddy up.
And your cap is your typical Rogue cap if you ever get anything. So these are you have your typical American pint glass, your 16-ounce pint glass.
Called a shaker glass.
A shaker glass.
Because you shake martinis with these.
Yes, and that's actually a true shaker glass,
Yes,
which I
because
happen
it's
to have.
calibrated.
So, and you know, we're not going to make you shake your beer, but
No, I'm not going to shake it.
So if somebody says recommends a shaker glass, you can go with a typical pint, which I have frosted, or an unfrosted actual shaker glass. So why don't you tell us a little about this wonderful from Portland, I believe. We were going on the West Coast.
Well, not exactly Portland, but it is from Newport, Oregon, which I'm assuming is near Portland. A lot of good beers from Oregon.
Yeah, Portland to me is very similar to Cleveland. I think in the beers that they produce and the culture it produces. We're from Cleveland, so when we come across a beer from Oregon, from that region, and I hope to God I'm right saying this is from the Portlandish area, but
so I'm guessing this is a West Coast style IPA, hopefully.
Northeast lumberjack version.
That's right, the Pacific Northwest.
I'm gonna give this a taste.
Give it a taste. Well, first of all, cheers.
Okay, here we go, 2017, baby. Let's say this, it's an IPA.
It is, but it's.
There's the bitter kicking in right there.
It's kind of like on the I don't want to say low end, but I've had hoppier IPAs. I've had more bitter IPAs. Although the IBU on this, from what I understand from the website, is at 70, that's a formidable
pretty high
bitterness unit from the internet, from that committee, that special.
I can't believe I'm going to say this. Hold off on drinking for another 20 seconds, and the bitter actually continues to grow and build on itself as it sits on your palate, or at least it is with me.
It does. You're absolutely right.
So it wasn't bitter right away.
No,
it wasn't your strong IPA that the moment you open the bottle, it's like IPA.
It was
in your face. So
it was bitter on the back end. This is bitter on the back end, but it's like way on the back end.
I've been given a note on the side by a producer.
Yeah,
the brewery is when it was at Portsmouth, or Newport. It's actually more towards the coast.
Okay.
It's downriver and down south of Portland.
Okay, on the Pacific Ocean.
So it is in the Portland neighborhood-ish area.
So it would be a West Coast because it's right on the coast.
It's literally on the coast. Yes.
All right. I love IPAs. IPAs are my favorite beers, so I should probably give this a little bit more time, a little bit more concern than.
While you do that, I'll jump in with
Please do.
my thoughts on it, because I think it's pretty well known. I'm not a huge fan of IPAs. This is one that I could drink. Like, give me, the 20 IPAs I've had in the last year. It's probably my favorite of all of them, because it's not trying to. The brewer isn't taking you and holding your mouth open with like some medieval torture device and shoving hops down your throat.
Or pine cones.
Yeah. This, you know what? Actually, if more IPAs were like this, I know they're popular, but this might kind of become, next to a Pilsner, one of the biggest sellers in microbrew, or even, we talked about Anheuser-Busch on a previous beer. If Anheuser-Busch, you want a good IPA to throw to your Rogue. By Rogue.
Yeah, this. Now that I think about it, now that you mention all that, as I'm sipping on this and letting the flavor and the taste linger on my palate, I'm thinking this is a Kalen-ish IPA. This would be an IPA. It's not a real bitter. It's not a real strong. It's not even really hoppy. It is just. I mean, if this is a line, and over here is IPA, and over here is like lager or Pilsner. Or ale, just a regular ale, a pale ale. It is just like got a couple toes over into the IPA.
Perfect example, yes. Where I think this is good, if somebody is your more mainstream beer drinker and they're kind of exploring microbrews, I think this is a good one. If you want to go, let's try an IPA. This is the one that I recommend. And if you like this and you like the direction this is going, continue down that route and explore the more, what I would call extreme IPAs.
Right.
But this is that step. You've started your journey into IPAs from your more less bitter beers. Bitter much?
Well, no, I don't know what that was about, but
Okay.
maybe too big of a gulp.
So yeah, I mean, I'm going
Light
to go
the fire, let it burn.
I don't know if you can hear the music in the background. We forgot to turn it off when we started, but that's what we're listening to. I'm going to say this, and I bet you never thought that I would say this about an IPA. I'm saying bye.
I know you and I this is going to be a disagreement here between you and I. I'm glad that you found an IPA that you like.
Yes.
It's okay IPA. I'm glad I'm drinking it. I'm having a good time drinking it. Would I buy a 6-pack of this? No. Probably not. I think I like my IPAs a little bit more over that line.
A little bit more happier on the front end.
Right. A little bit more happier on the front end. I'm not a really big fan of like double IPAs.
Yeah.
But this is a smooth one. So if you're kind of iffy about IPAs, this is a great beer. If you're a fan of IPAs, it's okay.
Or I think the perfect example of like if you and I went into a craft brewery or a craft brew store and we're looking at we only had $10 to buy a 6-pack, we could compromise on this.
Right, we could.
And we would both be happy, I would think.
It's like if we went out Christmas caroling and we said we were Christmas caroling for charity and people gave us enough money to buy a 6-pack, we could probably buy this and both be happy.
Yeah.
Okay.
People pay you to carol?
Back in the day, yeah, me and my buddy, I hate to admit this, but I'm going to admit this now, because the buddy that did this is dead, but...
I just want to be clear, the producers in the back, like, do not tell this story. So please, Scott, tell this story.
But we would go Christmas caroling for charity.
Okay.
And sometimes, like, our whole class would go, like 20, 30 of us would go, and we Christmas carol door to door.
As a sanctioned school event, or just...
Right, yeah. Well, no, we would do it on our own, but we would like have a jar, and the people would throw money in the jar, and we would donate it to charity.
Okay.
Now, if 2 teenage boys show up at your house with a jar and they're Christmas caroling for charity, chances are they're going to go out and buy pizza with it later.
Did you give any of the pizza to somebody who was hungry?
No, I won't me.
Well, I don't know. Counts.
It was a Yalla's.
Damn. All right, so we got one more beer left. To me, this is a buy. You're saying?
It's a try. I'll give it a try. I prefer other IPAs, but this is a try.
Okay, good. We got one more beer left in this 6-pack, and we're gonna drink it in like 10 minutes. you'll see about it in like a day or two.
Couple days, yeah.
Yeah. Alrighty. See you in a little bit.
All right. Peace out.
Beer dogs.